Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode here on the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. And I've been a naughty boy. I've been trolling Spangleboo, and so I'm over at a base, and I realised I've probably taken some subliminal inspiration here with the brown below and the dark oak up above. But this place is pretty cool. I mean, there's all of these cool renamed items everywhere. Huggles, Cuddles, and Hubbles. Over here we got Wisuma. Why can't I see your name, fella? Visuma and Sizuma. And there's also Tweet and Cuckoo as well. But then I noticed this, and I was like, I'm going to hit record over here then. That is a map. Can you tell me what that is a map of? You probably know. You probably know. It's the logo. It's the Asumaverse logo. This place is cool though. If you didn't see it from before, who's over there? What are they looking at? What are they? They're both looking at something. Let's see if we can figure out what they're looking at. They're sort of looking up here. I'm not sure. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, that's Spangle's base. It's a giant evil bunny rabbit. It's kind of hard to see from the side. And in today's episode, we are going to be working on the base. I need to find a mesa biome though, because I want to decorate our blaze farm. I want to decorate it with yellow clay blocks. And so we need to find a mesa, and there's a whole network of tunnels on this server in the Nether that take you to different places. Wow, that is creepy and evil. And I'm hoping that someone else will know which one takes us to a mesa, because one of the things that I've learned playing on this server is that everyone rushes into doing everything very quickly, and so the Wither has been killed probably a gazillion times, and all these other things have happened over and over again. And in this episode I'm going to be announcing a group project as well, so if you are watching and you have already done what this group project is, I apologise, it's a bit unfortunate, but my plan is to take all the big farms that you do in Minecraft, you know, things like ocean monuments, and turn them into events where we get together, we live stream it all happening, and build like a mega farm together. Now, if you're wondering why I've wandered into a random stranger's house, it is because of these signs. X's animals, sorry, didn't know portal came here, will move soon. I've got a reply. Hi X from Demigod. So this is Demigod's base, which is very cool by the way. Some really nice use of birchwood down here for some furnishings, and there was definitely two doors here. Well, I say two. There was definitely one, and one that was missing last time I was around here. I've got a feeling that zombie pigmen will wander and then they will break some doors if they have the ability to do so. So back here there is a portal, and below the lava lake that we are above there is a portal underground, which is from my tunnel. And so my skeleton farm is somewhere deep underground down there, and I was exploring the area looking for sheep, which I found. And when I came back through the portal, it unexpectedly went into someone's base. And I was doing this, and I didn't have very much time. And this person has a beacon. Oh, I bet there's like an instant mine operation going on around here. No? Wait, is that only haste 1? Haste 2. And we have... Oh, of course, only efficiency 3. I would need efficiency 5. So I can't even do any instant mine yet. I need to get more tools, man. I need to get another efficiency 4 pick and combine them together, don't I? Also, I repaired all my tools, spent some time at the Blaze farm doing that, so we're kind of good. Need more mending books for my shovel and axe at the moment. That's something we'll have to get on this episode. So anyway, I've got myself some sheep and cows. I want to build a little cow farm in my base for food, and a little sheep farm as well for collecting wools, and they will probably be temporary, as in the future I imagine we'll get together, do a big project like I was describing a moment ago, and build some sort of massive sheep farm, kind of like I've done on Hermitcraft in Season 5 and in Season 3, and then that can provide the entire server with tools. But anyway, I'm gonna ask around. I'm gonna see if we can get our hands on some clay and head over to a mesa and do some mining. Awesome! It'll work wonders. Ketchup Kid was actually looking at a way to connect his area to everyone else's, so we'll need a little path just going across here as well. But what I found out is that around here there was this little staircase leading to an upstairs area, and hopefully this person doesn't mind if he has a little pathway coming through here, which goes down to his area, and then there's the dragon down below, which we want to avoid. We won't want to go straight in front of the dragon, so this way we're going over the top of it, which is cool. Anyway, I've been immediately distracted. Weren't we getting prepared to go to the mesa? Alright, so we will get there soon. I've just been doing some enchanting. We got a bit of a dud pick over here, but we can combine these two together, bring it up to efficiency 4, and then this one and that one will make it efficiency 5. Awesome. Probably not going to have enough XP. I doubt this is going to cost 3 levels, but those two together. 26. I think I will get that one sorted out before we go to the Mesa. I've also had people instruct me on how to get there. Apparently there is a little hub somewhere in the Nether, and it is signposted as well. So yeah, let's make that other pick and then head to the Mesa. Oh boy, I think this is my new favourite room on the server, the gift room. Someone's left me a whole bunch of wool without even signing it. Appreciate that. As you've seen, of course, I was trying to get some sheep together to make a farm. We're going to need to use up all of that for the brown wool that's on the floor over here. And we've also got this. If you ever need a beacon, message me and you can borrow mine. I will happily message you, whoever you are. None of these are renamed, are they? So I don't know who gave me this, but thank you for the diamonds. I'm never going to have to farm diamonds again, am I? And also, wow, Protection 4 on that one, and Depth Strider as well. A couple of cool books. And a shulker box. Awesome, I love it. Aha! That looks like it right there. Does that sign say Mesa? That's the way to clay. Behind us, though, there is a very impressive subway system hidden here in the Nether. This is really impressive. I mean, some players have been putting in a lot of time, right? These are some intersections. There's quite a few of them, and these tunnels go on for thousands of blocks in different directions. This one right here, Tunnel E, I believe E for East, and then S for South. You know, you go down this for so many thousand blocks, and then there's like another intersection area that can take you to all sorts of different destinations. Also, notice how these banners tell you to go in that direction, but not to go in this one, and that's for the minecart, so you don't go down the wrong direction and bump into another player. It's a really cool and clever system, and it took me a while to go through it because we are thousands and thousands of blocks away from the main area, but this should lead us to where we're going, and I'm just hoping this isn't another ridiculously long tunnel to walk down. Yay! It wasn't that far away! And as I walk through this portal, I've realised, peeps, I forgot to bring my ender chest, didn't I? I put some shulker boxes and stuff into it, and I didn't bring it with me. And there isn't a beacon here. I was hoping there might be a beacon here, so that's one thing. And there's no sign of an ender chest. Ah, oh, what a dummy, man. I might have to go all the way back to get my shulker boxes. It's a very good deal, Mighty Mario. I lie, actually, because just over here, someone's selling 4 stacks per diamond. That's right. There's this deal. But my one's not as good. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, random shulker box. There's a shop here that's selling an entire shulker box worth of loot for 64 diamonds. This might be a really good deal. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I thought it would be loaded top to bottom with this stuff. I'll consider that. I'll consider that. But anyway, we've got the clay from the Mesa biome. There was some yellow clay over there as well, which is excellent. That's the clay that I want. And what we're going to do is now decorate our blaze farm because it looks a little bit ugly. So I think what we're going to do is punch out this netherrack and replace it with some of the clay. Now if we put it flat like that, it might not look so great as if we were to drop it back by another block. So we might go all the way back to there and have it indented. And that'll be on every row going down. Not so sure that actually looks that good. But anyway, coming into this room, someone actually sort of took what I had done here and extended it, putting all of this nether brick around the outside. So the room is a little bit tidier, but up the top there it's very janky. We've got cobblestone and random nether brick. What I want to do is just replace it all with a nice flat yellow colour. I might look for another material we can chuck in there as well and make a pattern. But if we follow our little staircase over here upwards, it goes to the left, and this goes straight into where the blaze farm is. So I've dug out all of the area around it to make it nice and easy to change, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Probably going to get attacked by a few blazes in the process, but that won't be too bad. So the first section of this build is all in place. I've just come back up here to place some blocks. I have to stand here, I guess, to get the blaze to go out of that corner so that I can place the block. Can I place it now? Yes, I can. Excellent. Just covering up all of the glass here. Is that one necessary? It is. Cool. And now when we go down below, we should have a very nice flush view of this area. Bam! That is the last block to be placed. So this place looks good. The colours are perfect for the blaze, and the way we've sort of offset this yellow clay here into the wall is cool. It's kind of hypnotic when you walk down the stairway. But we got this area up top that looks really kind of ugly, and I was just going to fill it in with yellow clay, and I wanted to do something different, so I asked if anyone had some end stone, and it turns out my neighbour Rainbow actually has a base in the end as well, and because of that, tons and tons of end stone. So I brought this off of her, which is a nice supply of end stone, way more than I needed. We'll chuck this over here, grab a block, put it underneath as well, and then what we're going to do is turn these into the end stone bricks. And wow, there is a ghast outside the base, it sounds like. Let's see if we can help. I don't have a bow. Let's get in there with the sword. Come on. Yes, that was amazing. Oh, sweet. And we got ourselves a ghast here as well. Awesome. You ain't going to believe this. You ain't going to believe it at all. I also got a ghast head. Nice. I didn't even notice it. Oh, it was right there in my inventory. Sweet. Well, that's another one for the collection. Well, this is tedious to say the least. I think the best way I can go about doing this is just one block at a time, because those blazes, they get aggressive quickly and they fly over to the wall. They make it hard to place the blocks. Whatever. I'm just moaning. It's going to take me a moment to get done. These are the last blocks, and goodness me, do these blazes make a lot of sound. I am reminded of something that I wanted to talk about. I had a few comments about the efficiency of this blaze farm. I would say this blaze farm is highly efficient in not using a lot of pistons and a lot of redstone. Now let me explain. When you have a mob spawner, the amount of mobs coming from that thing is going to be consistent. And while I explain this, why don't we just wreck some of these blazes as well, so there ain't so many of them in the area. So the very key thing that you need to do with a farm based around a spawner is get the mobs out of the escape area. They need to fall downwards onto this glass as quick as possible, and because there's nothing in the area, they do that. So then it doesn't really matter how long it takes the blazes. You are welcome to use this farm. I'll let him know in a second. It doesn't matter how long it takes the blazes to get from being on top of the glass to down into this area, because they will keep spawning over and over again from the spawner at the top. So let's say we had a farm that magically pulled all the blazes down to this spot instantly. It means when you're standing here, they would start to come here a little bit quicker, but they all eventually make their way down here, and the big point is just the escape area. As long as they fall down onto that glass straight away, then the spawner will keep spawning blazes. And it's not active when I stand here. We have to be right in the correct position to activate it. Well, that farm is going to be getting more use from me very soon, because once again, I have worn through my picks, okay? I've been doing a lot of digging in this area. Let's walk around the corner and check it out. There is this big open space here now, because I've been just clearing out the area so I can start making plans. I've been writing down a list of projects to do in this area, things that I want to do, and we're going to need space for that. And so I've cleared out a ginormous amount of space around here. It is pretty crazy, but it allows me to look further ahead and know how much space we have for these different projects and how to lay out the paths and all of that good stuff. If we go down into this area though, there's a little bit of a problem, which is that the outside area is sort of encroaching on our space where the soul sand is, and that's fine. We're gonna dig around that. And the other day I actually did some building over here. I wasn't really going to show it because I was just sort of thinking and placing blocks. I reckon what we're going to do is have some sort of structure that probably connects up to Rainbow's and Autumn's base and goes all the way up to the roof up there. So something really big and menacing over on this side. But we do want to keep the terrain kind of natural. So we can't come into this space here, but sort of above where I'm standing here, we could potentially dig up quite high. And there's a project that I want to do that will need a lot of space, and maybe that's the place for it to go. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. I would like to focus right now on just this room right here, which is going to be for smelting. We have tons of blazes. I want to automate the process of those blazes going into this slot and automate us being able to put items into the top one as well. The XP that's stored in here won't go to my XP meter. It will go to my picks. I can repair my picks with furnaces. It makes total sense, because what it actually does is it sort of puts the XP outside of the furnace and it goes straight to the player. So I've plastered all of this section with these trapdoors to try and cover it and integrate it into the build here a little bit. I am sort of thinking maybe I should have just added a little something like that and moved this over a few blocks, but I think sometimes it's nice to work with some limitations. So what we're going to do, we have to leave that one there by the way, is I reckon just throw in these and then try and make it look like a stockpile of fuel. And I'm not really sure how to do that or how I can make it look that great. I don't know, I'll have to mess around it a little bit, but that way we'll hide that, and it's a fuel block, so it'll sort of signify what's going on over here. What we are going to do is keep taking out these nether bricks so I can repair my picks slowly, and then move the furnaces over to these sides, where we have 8 on each side. We're going to have 16 in total. There are hoppers that go from this side and then point into the chest. Same thing from the other side, and then these are here just to cover up the fronts. Then on the back side, we're going to have hoppers pointing into this with... Yep, there's someone in my base. With a minecart going around from one side to the other, and then again on top of the furnaces with a minecart. This is extremely convenient, because what we can do is have the minecart rest there, hit the switch to power it, and then it's going to go back and forth over and over again until it's distributed all of the items. Then we can hit the lever again. That's awesome. Now I was going to have another rail system going around the back from the opposite side, and this would be where we load in the fuel, but I think it's going to be a pain in the butt to do it that way around. So actually what we're going to do on this side is just have hoppers going around, which means that the one at the front over here would get filled up first with blaze rods, which is going to be our fuel, but because we've got so much of it, it'll eventually make its way around to here, and then what we'll have is like a chest wiggled somewhere up into that corner where we put all of our blaze rods. I think it can actually just sit out in the open like this, and this room's done now. I feel like it needs something more going on over here, but I'm not sure what. So if you've got any ideas for details that would suggest this is a place where things get smelted, I'm thinking maybe a couple of anvils would look cool over here. But leave them down below. So that's where that chest is, and it's sending fuel around as far as this point at the moment. It's slowly filling them up, and then they turn on as they go around because they got some netherrack in. So this is how we're going to distribute the items, and the problem is that when it comes back around, it's going to have given out more items than it will take from the double chest, which is positioned like that so that the minecart is under it for a little bit longer. But when it is stopped, it takes out the items very fast. So if I just slap that in there, you'll see it moves them out very quickly. So it requires a little bit of management, but it means no redstone is in here, and now the stuff is smelting, which is cool. The only thing left to do is just this back area. You can see kind of through it, so we're going to cover up these 2 blocks going all the way around with nether brick, and then it's done, and the room looks pretty cool, although it's got the same design for a roof as every other room so far. That was a good idea. Thought I'd put some bone blocks in there so it could pop a little bit more, and it does just that. This is nice kind of brightness coming through here now. Cool, I'm happy with that. It's turned out great. Alright my friends, it's that time in the episode. It's time for some administrative work, and what we're doing today is going to be very simple and straightforward, solving a classic problem, which is captured ghasts, always making lots of terrible noises. Now you can hear the ghasts from a long way away, and throughout this episode you might have heard the ghast making some noise because my base is actually just down here. That is the smeltery that we just finished building, and before the pigman tries to run up here, let's just replace that I broke. So we've been able to hear this ghast the entire episode, and I'm going to show you how you can make a ghast silent. This one is captured, it's not going to despawn, it's probably in a minecart and been renamed. So we're going to run a command here. This is an entity data command. We're going to target an entity that is a ghast within the radius of 7. So that's going to be this one right here. There's no other ghast within 7 blocks, I hope. And then we're simply going to make it silent. So I'm going to press that, and it means that we are never going to hear that ghast make any sounds again. This is something that we've done on Hermitcraft, and it is, you know, really convenient for you if you play on a server where people like to capture mobs. And that's how it's done. You can use it on other mobs as well, but the ghast makes like a lot of noise for a long distance. So yeah, that's how we take care of that problem. So there was a random pig roaming around in my base. Maybe it came through the portal from the overworld, but someone captured it and renamed it to Romeo. So Romeo is with us again. And we've got some other animal friends in the base. We've got the sheep and the cows over here. I lured them back. It was nice and simple and straightforward. But anyway, it is that time in the episode for the My Question. Hashtag My Question in the comments down below if you have a question you want answering in this series. This one is number 8. By Tinkercat, a really great question here, saying, is there some kind of unofficial skill limit to be on the server? Some people, not me, cough cough, that's ridiculous, might want to join but feel like they don't have the skill that most other people have and wouldn't fit in. There is no unofficial skill limit. Everyone is welcome to join and play on this server. If for some reason you feel like perhaps you're not a good enough builder to play on here, that is ridiculous. Everyone is welcome, and most of the time we learn from one another. So perhaps you're thinking, I'm not a great builder, what should I do? You can always ask other people. This is a very friendly community, and people are most likely to help out if you ask for a little bit of help with your building. So this is a place to learn from one another. This is a place to become better Minecrafters together. And I think on that note, it's where we're going to end the episode. So if you've enjoyed it, leave a like as always. Thank you for the support down below. And I guess I'll see you in the next episode. So ciao for now. Bye bye.